Hey everybody, it's Alera. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping in and taking a look around. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are an existing subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I have a lot to talk about and not a lot of time to talk about it in. So my husband and son are out doing some grocery shopping and clothes shopping because school starts in 2 days. And yeah, it's been a whirlwind trying to get him on a better schedule. I'm going to be the one having to get up with him in the morning because my husband is working at the ass crack of dawn every day. So yeah, I've been trying to humanize on the sleep schedule a little bit. So that's been fun. A couple of things I want to get out of the way real quick. Number one, thank you. Thank you so much for the support on my last video, my Stitch With Me. I know it was a heavy one, but I think with the exception of one comment, I've had numerous messages come in, private messages, and just the comments in general have been overwhelmingly supportive, and I am overwhelmed by it in a good way. I have read every comment that has come in. I have not hearted them yet because I do want to respond to them, but after the first few, it was just a little much, just to process the amount of love and support that I felt coming from everyone. So I really appreciate it. You know, I am doing better, so hopefully it just, you know, we'll keep on fighting the good fight, right? A little bit of an update on Suki. Between my Stitch With Me and now, I had launched a GoFundMe campaign for her with a small goal that was absolutely blown out of the water. So again, thank you if you were part of the tribe that came through for that. If you follow her on Facebook, you know that she has had maybe a third of her items delivered, but she's still missing so many of the essentials, and who knows. I mean, they showed up with some of it. I'm hopeful that they'll show up with more, but I mean, I don't understand why they split her delivery up like they did anyways. So worries about damage and things are definitely there. She did get some of the stuff that was delivered was part of her crafting collection, so her treasure hunt bookshelf is home, so that's amazing. I've left the GoFundMe campaign open for now, simply because we don't know if her stuff is going to get here, so she may still need to use some of that in the interim to get like a bed to sleep in, utensils to eat with, you know, dishes to eat on, those kinds of things, because none of her kitchen stuff has shown up, and like a lot of the main furniture, it was one dude unloading boxes, so a lot of the big stuff didn't come. So yeah, I'm leaving that campaign open just for those reasons. Yeah, and if you've donated, large or small, it's she's been very overwhelmed, again, in a good way. She is struggling a little bit with guilty feelings because she did have some of her stuff, and I'm like, stop it. People wanted to help you, and you're not there yet. You're not in the clear yet. And frankly, in my opinion, I wouldn't care if she kept all of it, simply because she needs to fight this company. She needs to take them to litigation to right their wrongs. Plus she's out $8,000. That is no small, and hopefully they aren't going to demand more money with every truck they bring. Anyways, so yeah, so there was that. I think that was all housekeeping wise that I wanted to address right away. So I only have 4 things to show today. I got a decent amount of stitching in for as little as I feel like I'm still stitching, but I concentrated on Dragons of the Sabat and the Heaven and Earth Designs stitch along. So And I forgot to grab some other things, so I'll have to pause and come back, but that's nothing new. Okay, so let's get right into it. I say that 5 minutes in. Let's start right now. Just kidding. Okay, first up, we're going to go ahead and do Dragons of the Sabat. This is a retired piece from Paine Free Crafts. Artwork by Ann Stokes. Oh, I'm not used to lights everywhere. It's like daytime, and yeah, it's weird. And my husband's calling. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I had to verify that we did indeed have no garlic powder. Very little. Okay, nuts, I gotta take this out of the thing, don't I? Yes, I do. So, I had 177,485 stitches in this last time you saw it. I was not quite done with the challenge that Jen and I were working on. I had like 4,000 stitches left to do. And, okay, hopefully that wasn't too loud. I finished this here. I'm trying to be all sneaky and it's not working. So I finished this out. And then came over here, and once I had finished this, I was like 1,050 stitches over what I needed anyway. So I'll talk about how this came to be in a second. But I have put in, I need my notes. I've put in 6,755 stitches. That puts me at 184,240 stitches. I am at 30.5% complete on this piece. So I know you saw this in my whip parade, but just in case you didn't see the whip parade, there's where I'm at on it. Looks like a volume microphone thing. So, if you did watch my whip parade, you would have heard me talk about how after I was done with the challenge, I was going to put the piece away for a bit. But then Jade, 310 Stitcher, messaged me and said, hey, do you want to do a challenge with me on dragons? Because my oomph is starting to fade to finish the black. Now she's working all of the black as well, and her goal is to get it done by the end of the year, and she's been pushing like crazy on this thing. And she's I know she'd completed the outline back in April of all the black, and then she just had to fill in. So now she's working on that, and I was like, and I wasn't quite done with the challenge. I'm like, let me finish this challenge and see how I feel, because I was really thinking about putting it away. And I did. I had about 1,000 or so stitches to go, and I thought about it the whole time I was stitching. I was like, maybe that would be a good way to push through, create some new good memories, and get over this slump, because I am a little bit afraid that if I put that away, it's going to stay put away for 5 or 10 years, and I don't want that to happen. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, let me move into a space in that pattern that I wasn't really planning on touching for maybe a year or so. And thinking about that and doing the new memories with it really kind of ignited it a little bit more for me. I was excited to work on it again. So I messaged her back and I said, let's do it. And we figured out that she was about 16,000, no, she's about 30,000 stitches away from filling in the rest of the black. She's working in tent stitch. I'm doing full cross. By the way, that piece is on 28 count fabric, 1/1 full cross. And so since I'm doing full cross, obviously my goal is half of what hers is. So it's 32,000, right? 16 and 16, 32,000. I'll be right back. My husband wants me to add a coupon. I think we're just going to have to get used to the fact that when I'm recording during the day, video is going to be choppy because I get interrupted 100,000 times. Okay. Yeah, he called while I was adding the coupon, and like, because I've been doing gluten-free, not that I have celiacs or anything, but I have noticed it's done huge wonders for my joint pain. Like, it's gone, and I've been gluten-free for like 3 weeks now. And he's like, what gluten-free cereals are there? I'm like, look at the label, honey. Does it say wheat? Don't get it. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, so Jade and I are going to be doing dragons together. Oh, and for our challenge, I don't know where to put this. I guess that'll work. For our challenge, we have the stakes of an exchange of skills. So, me for my bags, her for her tarot skills, because I find that entertaining and sometimes helpful and insightful. All right. Next up was the Heaven and Earth Designs Stitch Along. Scroll. This is the Merry Mushroom Village Picnic 2 by Amy Stewart. This variety. I'm trying to get it head on, but man, yeah, it's kind of blowing out because that glare is wicked. There. Whatever. Okay, you get the idea. Last time I was at 34,886 stitches. I am now at 38,292 stitches. I stitched 3,406 stitches, and I am now at 65.06%. And oh my God, my husband is calling again. I mean, at least he's asking for clarification, right? And not assumption, and not assuming. All right, words, numbers. Okay, so I have this now. Ta-da. So I have been still working this left-hand side over. Obviously, I've gotten a lot more of this filled in. I think my diagonal is about here now. So that tree is coming along. Looking so good. And all this nonsense here. I was trying to figure out what these were earlier, and I realized when I was looking at the picture, it's like there's like little curly cues coming off of it. So those are starting to come in. Oh man, that looks so good. Only 23,208 stitches left to go. I'm doing this on a 25 count, even weave, 2/1 half cross for that one. Okay, and I'm planning on just continuing working the diagonals and filling in. I started 2 new projects. Those are my other 2 that I've worked on. They don't have a whole lot in them yet, which is okay. But I won, was gifted this pattern from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork by Lori Prindle. This is one of the new releases, Spring Equinox. Oh man, that glare. Isn't she gorgeous? This confetti is going to be a nightmare in here. This is just regular colors, regular size, since it is a new release, obviously. It wouldn't have gone up on the special requests or anything yet. I decided to start down in the lower left-hand corner just as something different because I wanted to get to the horse right away. So I'm going to stitch the butt first. And Jen inspired me to try diagonal stitching. Like true diagonal stitching. Like, and stop. I tried it on both of these new starts. It was okay. It was okay. I think I'm gonna work in the threads already and just do my cross country diagonal, because switching over to that and just doing one thread, finishing it off, going back and doing that, that makes my brain and my heart happy. It was a lot of braining. There we go. It was a lot of braining to do this. Like, no, I did like that I could end the threads on this side if I wanted to, because I knew by doing the diagonal strictly as a diagonal, I wasn't going to run into this before I could clip it off. If that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't have to worry about, oh, I need to put a stitch there and it's not actually tied down yet. So that was kind of nice, but I don't mind flipping my work. It's okay. So I only got 427 stitches in on this one. I do enjoy watching her projects come to life with the diagonal stitching. It's very, like, you can really see the piece, you know, there's no guessing and all the holes like you see on mine. But I don't know. I just, with the park threads, just, no. I don't think I want the chaos of the park threads. Sorry, Jen, not a total convert. So there was that. This piece has 312 stitches, 312,500 stitches. How big is it? 625 by 500. 89 colors, which is standard. And the next one I started is actually a start along. Jen and I both had this pattern, and we were like, ooh, let's start it together. If you saw her last Flosstube, you know which one I'm talking about. And Lindsay from Blushing Pink Stitches messaged Jen, I believe, and said, I want to start this with you. So, Lindsay, have you started it yet? I haven't been able to catch up on your Flosstubes for a while. I have been so far behind on everybody's Flosstubes that, like, even for a while, even when I was watching, I was like, I can't even comment. I can't even put an emoji. It's too much. But I don't, so hopefully, I don't know if I'll have to go pop over to her channel and see if she started it too. But we're just calling it Cherry Blossom. Your party? Yes, it's a lot of background. Yes, it's a lot of pink. I love it. I'm very happy with this. This is from a new shop on Etsy called Blue Fox Stitchery. My friend Ari runs it, and she charted this, and I think it's lovely. What else do I want to say about this? I don't know, 500 shades of pink. I did 817, I don't know numbers today apparently, stitches. So not a ton, but I did do 2 complete diagonals. Oh, come on, light, don't fail me now. You can see the branch coming in, and woo, look at this. The confetti was like, it was fun, but man, there was a lot. Yeah, oh my gosh. Now what does he want? Just grocery shop, dear. Okay, hold on, I'll be back. He was like, are you sick of me calling yet? Well, kind of. I'm trying to record a video. Sorry, you sent me with vague things. He's like, what do you mean by lunch stuff? I'm like, I have to pick our kid a lunch every day for school, so stuff that he'll eat in lunches. I don't know. Go grocery shopping. Oy. Yes, I love my husband dearly, but when it comes to groceries, sometimes he makes me crazy when he won't let me. Well, it's not that he won't let me go. He was like, oh, go grocery shopping. You don't have to go. Thanks, babe. Okay. Anywho, 817. Yeah, I don't know. I may keep this one on the diagonal just because it's just for one of them, I guess. But I know equinox I'll be doing the cross country style. So, but yeah, 0.14% on that. It has, I said that, total of 312,500. No, just kidding. 0.98%. The piece has 83,325 stitches. Okay. That was it for my whips. Okay. Plans. Okay. now where? I'm all kerfuffled. Had I launched my Etsy shop before my Stitch With Me? Did I say it was open? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, because that's how people found it a lot. Or did I? I announced it on Instagram and Facebook. Okay, now I'm talking about it here. So yeah, my website I had for about a year, and it expired earlier this year, and I wasn't able to keep up enough on it to justify the cost of a year of a website, paying for a website host. So I am going to be utilizing Etsy for the foreseeable future until, if I ever get to the point where the threshold is actually less than Etsy fees, we'll go with the new platform. But as it is a part-time thing. I work on it a couple of days a week, maybe. But yeah, my bags are up for sale. Woo! So, allllll Designs is my handle there. I will try not to talk too much about it. I don't want to overplug. This is not a marketing platform as far as my channel goes. But I did want to say, hey, there's stuff in there. I mean, yes, I did talk about it because I talked about the original bag video that I do have on my channel. Yeah. So anyways, if you haven't taken a look, I just would love for you to stop by and check it out. So, Etsy shop open now. All right. So, again, riding a little bit on the coattails of Jen and Kelly from Kel Stitches. I haven't been tracking, like I had to go through my whip parade to figure out how many stitches I had on projects because I didn't write anything down as I was stitching. And I wanted a way to not necessarily tally it, so to speak, but to kind of have a little bit more motivation to see what I'm doing as far as progress goes. So I picked me up a little whiteboard. And I don't know if he remembered it. I might have to go out this afternoon or this evening and pick up here. That's what matters today. And pick up some wet erase markers because I forgot those were a thing. Do you remember those? For the older generation, anyway, at least, they did like the projector with the wet markers, and then I was like, I forgot the counterpart to dry erase was wet erase, and that those were a thing. So that I don't have to keep, because I didn't want to necessarily do this in Sharpie, because these are going to change. But yeah, the pain in the butt that dry erase is from just wiping off when you actually want it to kind of stay there for a while is a thing. So we've got, this is what I want to do. My plans aren't really going to be a yearly thing, I think. If this works for me, this is just going to be what I do. It doesn't need to be like, I don't necessarily have to have year goals. Like, the goal is to finish projects ultimately, right? So I'll just rotate out projects. Now, I do have a bigger board that that I will utilize once I finalize my larger list. This is just a couple of things that I pulled to like sort of just jumpstart it and get it moving. My plan is to have, I don't remember. Okay, I have a confession. I was a little deep in my cups a few nights ago. And I was messaging with Jen, and we were like hacking plans out and kind of bouncing back and forth ideas of what I wanted to do on mine. I had to pin messages so that I could go back and find them because I knew I wasn't going to remember, and it's true, and I haven't gone back to review it yet. Anyway, so yeah, I've got Dragons of the Spot, Merry Mushroom Village. Those do have year-end goals. So stitches left on those goals are 16,000 as of the Whip Parade. These are not current. Merry Mushroom Village had 26,614 left. I am also going to pull, this is for finishes. Obviously, this is going to be finished. This one, Island Mountain, is going to be a finish, or like I want to work on it basically until it's done. And then I decided to pull 3 of my Christmas pieces and get those done. These are all the ones that I have pulled that I'll be working on. So again, not necessarily what I want to have done by the end of the year, but these are what I want to concentrate on. So what is that, 7 total? So we'll see if and what I can get done by next recording. So let me see if I can. All right. So stitches done. Where's my markers? What to do with them? Marker. Oh, they're there. So we have now done. Can you see? You cannot see. And I can't skid over more. Come on. Hold on, I have to shift you. Okay. 184. 240. Sorry if I'm shaking you. We have 15,396 stitches left, and somebody just walked in the door. No rest for the weary. Okay. Let's see. Mushroom Sow now has 38. 292. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So this one only has 9,304 stitches left. This could definitely be a finish within a month or so. So, I don't know. We'll see. I still have to kind of, like, I figured out how many stitches a week or day or whatever I need for dragons. I think it's 700. It's like 700 a week. And Merry Mushroom Village was like 200 a day. Was that? So that's still 1,400 a week. So I mean, yeah, I'm totally within goal as far as what I stitched, but yeah, I'm actually having to get out of the habit of sort of almost monogamously stitching. I mean, I do want to work on more stuff now, so that's not the issue. Now it's just getting back into the habit of, oh no, I do want to work on other stuff. Let's pick that up. Let me show you what those other ones are. And so Island Mountain is a piece of work from 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. What am I doing? Mock-up. And that's the finished piece, what it will look like. And here is what I have in the hoop so far. And it does fit perfectly in this hoop, so you'll be able to see the whole thing as it gets stitched. That's going to look really good. And then my Christmas ornaments. I have one in PDF form. I grabbed a gnome, because there's 10 gnomes altogether, so it'll be a little while to get them finished. And I grabbed the very first one on my list, just happened to be Stocking Gnome. So he is what I'm going to do first. course, it's the last one on the PDFs. And there is a little bit of back stitching to these guys, so that's what he is going to look like as the mock-up. And then that's what I've got so That's washing it out really bad. Oh, the struggle. The struggle bus. His nose is really pale, but you can tell the difference in person really well. So, and then the last one, not the last one, the second one is one of the Mill Hill stockings, Gingerbread Men. I've got quite a bit done on that one already, so, but there, it is pretty stitch heavy, so it's still got probably a couple thousand, maybe 1,500 to get done. And then again, almost done, is out of this 100 cross stitch ornaments book by Better Homes and Gardens, is this one, the candles. And again, I have a ton of this done already. And what even needs to be done still? Backstitch? Is that seriously where I left off? Was I just have to do backstitch? Oh, in the corners. There's like boxes of green that actually go in these corners, and then a bunch of backstitch. So that one, somebody come smack me if I don't actually get that done by next Flosstube. I think that's it. I have no idea how long this is, but I know it's a lot less time than I usually take to record a Flosstube. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them down below. The one comment that I do feel I want to address from the Stitch With Me, I will address in my next Stitch With Me, which I'm hoping to do on Wednesday, and then maybe have up either next week, either over the weekend or next week. I don't know how talky that one will be, just because I said pretty much what I wanted to say in the last one, and I know I can flap my jaws, but I don't know, I don't want them all to be like super heavy like that one. Yeah, again, yeah, if you're new and you like the whirlwind and don't mind the choppy bits, feel free to stick around for next time. And yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting something, and that usually means I'm forgetting something. Oh well, I'll actually write it down for next time if I think of it. Alrighty guys, take care, enjoy your stitching and your journeys, and I will see you in the next video. Take care guys, bye. Editing Alara here, so I'm jumping in because I completely forgot a project that I started and finished. So this pattern is from Blue Fox Stitchery, same place that I got the cherry blossom from, and this is Give Us Meds. It is up in her shop. I don't remember how many stitches it had. It's not a lot. It's tiny, but here it is. I put this on, what is this? 16 or 18 count, like a gray Ada, like gray bluish. But she designed this, and then I did the model stitched and kind of helped smooth out like some of the spacing in the words, and there was a couple of things that we tweaked in the bottle and things like that. I added the colors for the words, but it was really fun to stitch this, to be honest, even with all the frogging and restitching and frogging and restitching that I did when I was trying to figure out what I liked and what looked good as far as the letters and stuff goes. But my little pill dude down there, I love him. So yeah, go check her out on Etsy. She's there's not a ton in there yet, but she is working on designs. I'm really proud of her. her designs. So, okay, that's what I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. All right, see you later.